scratch. So it's really easy. Obviously, first, we have to start it off with the when flag clicked. But next, we need to make sure that the character is changed. So what we're going to do is go into a costume section and delete the costumes. Next, after that, we're going to create our own wave costume. I'm not really going to make much of mine. I'm probably just going to grab a pen and then draw like... Okay, after you're done with this, you can go back to the code. So, first, you have to make sure that it's moved back. And then make sure it starts there. So, we're done with the first step. The next step you have to do is design the level. So, how you design the level is first, you put it to a color you want. And next, you can use a green. And you can do a green outline, like a square or something. And then after that, what you want to do is you want to angle it 45 degrees. And place it on the top. And you want to set this to 0, 0. So now, once you place it on the top, you can actually pull it down a little. Or you can make it big. And you can like design your level, but I'd recommend this. So what I usually like to do is copy and paste. And then I'd spread this through the entire thing. Just like that. And now what I like to do is put some on the bottom, like as a corner. And then paste again. And then now we kind of have a basic level. So now to code the actual wave. What we have to do is go into the code. And to use a special add-on called pen. For pen, what we're going to do is put erase all. And then we're going to put pen down over here. And for extra matters, we can put another erase all right here. Now we have to code the movement. The control area, put in this forever sign, and move 4 steps. You can always change this later, but I'd recommend 4. So what you want to do is make the angles. So what you want to do is drag in this if and else block. And what you want to do is put if mouse down, if mouse down, point in direction of 45, which is right up here. Next, you put another if into the else, which is if not mouse down, and then put it to point in direction 95. 135. So now what we have here is we kind of have it. But I feel like my character is too big, so you can always go back and then you can change the size. Like what I do right here. And then now I can play again. And I actually have a pretty good. But now, when I go into the green, nothing happens. So, this is actually really easy. Is drag out a if sign. For the if sign, you have to put if touching color. You could just drag out this touching sprite 2, which I could rename to level. And then I can name this to character. If touching level, then we're going to go back to the starting point, like a reset, and then we're going to erase all, so the pen stuff doesn't stick. So now what we have here is, I can die now. But the problem is, I'm going through the level, and then I reach the edge, and then nothing happens. So we need to add another object. We need to add it so that it can actually make to the next level. So, now what I like to do is go back to the level area and duplicate this. Afterwards, what I like to do is I like to make the level a little harder. Maybe you can add a few obstacles. Maybe you can like expand this a little. And then maybe you could like kind of make like this random object in the middle to make it harder. And then you could just keep on copying this and make a lot of levels. So after this, what you want to do is make sure this is set at 0, 0. And what you want to do is go back to the character and do if touching edge, which is right here, then what we're going to do is broadcast next level. And after we broadcast this next level, what it's going to do is first we need to copy this, drag it down, and over here it says when I receive next level, put next costume. You also have to put this to switch costume to costume 1. So there we have it. You have your game. Remember, you can always add more stuff to the game, or you can change the code up to make the character faster, or you can make it harder, or you could like add questions to make it continue. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe.